to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kick it off to get us underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So Penn State's offense will have the first possession of the game. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. They go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be second and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Quick strike complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards of pop. They are gashing this defense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Pocket breaking down. Got his man on the right. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Nittany Lions had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State!
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it. With physicality. Punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They took it 68 yards on that drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. So Michigan State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. before going out of bounds. The Spartans, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Pucks it out of the air. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Breaks into the open. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And the Spartans are in the hurry-up. This is what Spartan running backs do. They get behind their pads, they move the chains. Le'Veon Bell, among many, who've been great at that.
And Kenneth Walker, man, you pulled back a couple years ago, such a great season, too. But just that's their physicality. That's the brand that they've had. That's what their coaches embrace. You know, not being the quote-unquote main team in their state, but they're going to hit you in the face and they're going to play physical.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan State. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
He's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And the extra point is good. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Just going to keep it after the snap. Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Leaves it with the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really...
Oh, he's got some space. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They picked up an explosive play on a running back screen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The sure hands, it's Ramsey. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Wants to go up top. just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And with that, they've taken the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Kansas is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed some... special happen. This time of year, you never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Missouri. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We've had some early scores. They got the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll line up for a second down play.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Right on the money. There he goes. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Jones. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's on target and complete. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. The Spartans are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Defense in press coverage. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Look out, he's got room. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. we're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He's looking to throw. Sets up the screen. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Fights off a defender.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Fakes to grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking to throw on third. That's caught. It's Jones. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The corners are walked up tight. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. He's loose down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Sparty.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And they tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a play that can build momentum, a 78-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz move. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
From the gun, the ground game. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath.
Turning it on! A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they...
Touchdown, Penn State! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Northern Illinois is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ball State. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. Sweet cut there.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Spartans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
And the Spartans come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Bunch formation for these receivers. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Finds his man, it's Wiggins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Spartans are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Fires to the tight end. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. And the Spartans are marching down the field. Looking to throw again. Got him downfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. That is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Makes the catch. It's Roach. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Looking to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen. On the move at the 30. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. 2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. To the air on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Splits the uprights. Good. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quarterback extends the play. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Offense set on 1st down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Unloads to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. 1st and 10, they're down to the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Caught. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's not afraid to go deep. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Gets it out quickly. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Spartans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Spartans racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best blockers.
It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down pretty quickly. quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. At the 45 on his way. There he goes. Touchdown, Penn State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Northern Illinois is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked them. Up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ball State. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on second down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to... It's on the next drive. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these.
There he goes! Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nice pickup. There, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll leave it with him. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to run for it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He's got the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good, and you can't even protect your quarterback on 3rd down. Like, everything going the other direction.
And the Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Using his legs, it's Wall. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. The inside handoff. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. Got his man quickly. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Quick release on the RPO. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! And the stomping has commenced.
And, man, that was a nice job by the tight end, finding the soft spot in the defense in the end zone on that TD.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun. Give on the inside. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Breaks into the open. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Spartans are in the red zone. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. One final play before the end of the quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. To the air on 2nd down. Trying to pull his way in. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Surging forward on the sneak. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan State.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
The AT unit on the field. Bangs it through for an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Northern Illinois is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ball State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead.
Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will?
Turning on the Jets. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
The Nittany Lions have this offense rolling. Give to the running back. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. This time he's got his man. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. On the move, it's Murphy. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Jones. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grab near the sticks. It's Jones. There he goes. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete to the left. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw. And he's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Smarty. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits the uprights. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here. You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. That's caught. It's Jones. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Trying play action. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
To the air on 1st down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Spartans want to move quickly.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. It's complete on the right side. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. it, makes the grab. It's a first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And we talk to teams week after week, and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Touchdown, Spartans! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Northern Illinois is getting cooked right now. I mean, it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 14 to Ball State. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And that right there probably the biggest play in this game so far. The offense has the lead, and they're just trying to run the football to run this clock out. But the defense able to knock it out, jump on it. Now all of a sudden this game has a completely different feel.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Michigan State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This is what you dream of, isn't it? Waning seconds, football in your hands, a chance to etch your name in this moment in the rich history of this rivalry.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I think a lot of people were curious what the strategy would be tied this late in the game with this field position. Do you play it safe? Do you play it for OT? I think you just got the answer right there. This coaching staff believes in this quarterback to make the throws to put their offense in position to win this game late.
The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is in the air. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. He'll keep it himself. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got an open man. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Big celebration, understandably so, guys, but there is still time on the clock. Took the lead with that late clutch field goal, and now to see if they can get a stop and keep them from tying the game in the closing seconds. And there will be no return. As the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's taking the deep shot. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take